Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. And he goes absolutely nowhere. The return will lose yards. Shadow of the goalpost looming. 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. And his throw is incomplete. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Dickey. Runs through the tackle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Scanning the field, it's Brady. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, he's got some space. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Using his legs, it's George. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Levitt. Finds his running back. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball, but it'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. At time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Takes a handoff. It's George. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And they can't make the connection.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on the money. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Open space at the 25. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Gets the back moving. Now from inside the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Brady. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Kentucky! Ready to try the point after. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake. Under fire. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking downfield, it's Brady. Rushes on him. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off.
Breaks into the... It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will score it out of bounds.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Levitt. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ball. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Gators hit it quickly to the line.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Ball again. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picked.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Hard running there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football.
There's some room. flashes ahead. Touchdown, Gator! Once he got some room, it was over. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for space. It's Sticky. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking to throw, it's Brady. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stat. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying down the left side. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's fourth down. Like, fourth down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. First down, second down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Push down for the tackle.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. Bust through behind his pad. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Going to the run, it's George.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with ball. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, great execution execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air, it's Brady. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. First play of the first possession of OT. Running inside. It's Dickey. Runs through a tackle. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The Gators take possession first here in overtime. Run in the red zone, it's Dickey. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Dickey. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, Florida! They jump on top here in OT.
so many playmakers on offense like they do. They can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants. Use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
It's complete. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Has it. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Touchdown, Kentucky! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. They want to throw it. They didn't make it. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table for the 2-point try, and they get nothing. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. The Hoosiers will kick off first, and here we go. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Finding an escape, finding some room. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The Gators in the hurry up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Dropping back, it's Levin. Gets it to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Corners are walked up tight. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes a catch. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Really, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Wilson's got it. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. You might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The run inside. It's Dickey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
They'll go right back to the run. Powers through the defender. There he goes. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
Man, so many guys in position, play after play to get this guy on the ground, but Palmer, he just refuses to go down and makes big plays.
And when you make plays like that, David, you're basically guaranteeing yourself more touches as this game goes on because the play caller now knows no matter what, you're going to make dudes miss and make me look good.
He might want another play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Complete out left to Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Back to throw. It's Levin. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Gators! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin.
Oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll give it to Ball.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let it go. Upstairs to make the catch. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage?
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
I tell you, as a play caller in this offense, when you have all this speed, sometimes you just look at your play sheet and pick a play because you know it's going to work. Big play before, now you got another big one lining you up here, first and goal.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Running inside. It's Ball. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean,
he's got it! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made. But it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Throws to the tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking for a huge play. Underneath Tulsa coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Indiana! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Gators will hustle to the line. They go right back to it.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Third and 11. Off the RPO, complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. And the Gators will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gators are rolling down the field.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Man, that's tough when you run the RPO and you put me in conflict. You can't let those linebackers come downhill really fast because I still have to play pass, and they hand it off, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. Here's Jayden one more time. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Ball. Makes him talk to the hand. There's a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Florida. The Gators answer right back. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach.
Oh, what a a spectacular layout and catch. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Fletcher. Breaks the tackle. Here's a little room there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Indiana.
So now it's 2nd and long. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Running inside, it's Fletcher. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
And he got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Levitt. Here's a heat. And down he goes. You're going to hear guys after these games say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next
The Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. The run inside. It's sticky. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. They'll run play action. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throwing on the run. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Snagged out of the air. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's George. Maybe a crease. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
3rd and 7. Reads it, fires complete. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Direct snap. It's George. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down. Junior,
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll give it to the back. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him in.
Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's George. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolute.
Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Goes high to pull it in. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. Third in California to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Off-play action. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fears the pressure. And it's a sack. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Razorbacks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Here's a give the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. On the run, it's Dickey. Got a little grass. Got enough for the 1st. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it should...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll run for it. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the 2nd half to build on your 2-possession lead.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. Grabs it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Timeout called by the defense, 2:09 remaining on the clock. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Could be an alley. Makes it past the marker. Inside the 40. The 30. Past the 20.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he muffs it. It's loose. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing and wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Gators ready to kick it away first. He'll return it.
Right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Back to throw, it's Harrington. Going for a big play right off the bat. A full dive to haul that one in. They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Sticky. Picks up the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Florida. Rolled his way into the end zone.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard.
Ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Might have a chance. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Defense in press coverage. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sticks it in his belly. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Fourth down, Moore. Hit as he throws. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops, and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Pulls it on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Handoff for Ball. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Dante Moore. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Fourth down, Moore. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete to Long. On 4th down is to no avail.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. There's some room. Smacks it with the stiff arm. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Nicky. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown!
This running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Coming out with it, it's Moore. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll go play action with Moore. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we're planning to see a few more throughout this game.
The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. The short hands, it's Burnett. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Throwing Moore. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. So now after that holding call, here's second down, and they need 20. Moore with the play fake. He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Again, it's Moore. Pressure coming. Another incompletion on down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. He makes the catch. He's got enough for the down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So they gamble on fourth down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
Fourth and long. I mean, what just fourth and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? Fourth down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Moore. Caught in the backfield. It's James. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Hit hard just as he released. First down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And the fumble goes out of... And they'll lose a few on that play. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's sticky. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. This is Ryerson Stadium in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Florida Gators and the Kennesaw State Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Coach knows this is a huge opportunity for his team at home today. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Snap to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the snap, it's Dickey. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Finding some room. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Got enough for the first. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Gators! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Back has it. He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a 2-point conversion after the long touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And they exploited that soft spot and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He goes right back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Owls! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some...
There's a crease. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. As we look at the stats of what has been an offensive showcase so far. These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Now on the move. Here's a little room there. The tag. He is in. Touchdown Owls.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Working that left side now. They get it into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Comes from inside his own 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Lacy. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's George. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Snap to the back. There he goes. Inside the 10. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. defense trying to hold on to the lead. Fullback's got it. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 0 sets a kickoff.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. These corners going to give them some space. Got the quick completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Quarterback extends the play. Slides away. Fires to the wideout. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Gators. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the fullback. Turning it on!
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Lacy. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Back has it. Maybe a crease. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Hits it with a stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 30. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They'll line up to go for two. Snap to the back. Into the end zone for the two, and they push that lead out to 8. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. DB's right up on the receivers. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you're used to seeing fade throws down in the red zone. Not this time, though. And I like that idea. Sometimes as a quarterback, I just look out there and I say, look, if it's press man coverage and I've got a guy that I know is quick off the line of scrimmage, I'm going to give him that shot. Really, really nice to see.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That is the score. Florida 8, Arkansas 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's George. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Back has it. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations.
Maybe some room here. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Dives into the end zone for the two-point conversion. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house.
Number 0, set to advance on the football.
Out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Sellers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
Throws to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touch...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Sellers. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here's Sellers to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on second down, and now it's third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. He wants to go deep. Goes high to pull it in. Runs through a man. He might have space. 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's sticky. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Strong, firm tackle. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Sellers from the gun on third down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Gets it into the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Dickey. There he goes. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Florida.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Sellers makes the grab over the middle.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Sellers from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Razorbacks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Again, it's Sellers. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Back has it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one player.
Got a little grass. Makes it past the marker. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Looking for the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he's going to try to return this one. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense playing a bail technique. Rush is on him. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got real.
Cardinals ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Shakes off the defender. Could be an alley. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Dickey.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Here comes the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Running inside, it's Lacy. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up. He'll take it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man, it's Vick. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab on the left. Might have a chance. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And the scramble drill is in full effect. When I'm a receiver and that QB starts to scramble.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finishing touch, courtesy of that 75-yard run to the end zone. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Fighting off the defender. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. He breaks a tackle.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Touchdown, Gators! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second.
Number 0, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Cardinals want to move quickly. The run inside. It's Lacy. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On the move. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the snap, it's George. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. There's some room. Got enough space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. A designed run for the quarterback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Vick. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, they're after him. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles. But they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's George. Finding some room. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Vick. Under fire. Got the first down himself. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. And that's a great start to this second half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Looking for a man. It's Vick. Here's a heat. And down he goes.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. They got him break pressure by this defense. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Well, the defense pass on that one, 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's George. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Send the tight end in motion. Back has it. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in the quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Wants to throw. It's Vic. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Sticky. Got enough for the first. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Tight end now in motion. It's George. Touchdown, Gators! And the pummeling has started.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Vick. Going for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's George. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Direct snap. Here's a little room there. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Lacy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Runs through a tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Snap to the back. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll move the tight end. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Dropping back, it's Vick. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's George. Across the 15. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's George. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll line up to go for 2. Direct snap. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get it down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Trying play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Got a man. It's Burnett. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Vick. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They get to him as he throws. The pass is... incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I